Hey friends, how are you? I'm surprise, I'm here. I wanted to show you a couple things. I showed you on another live how to put our iPhone stand together. And actually, I've only owned an iPhone and have never owned an Android. But if your Android like has the charger on the bottom, which I'm pretty sure it does, isn't that where all phones have their charger? This is going to work for that too. It looks like it's there we go. We needed autofocus to be off. It's looking kind of funky there on my end. So anyway, I showed you on a previous video how to put this together. If you need that, I can try to remember the video. I just kind of did it one day um, when we were crafting something else, and it has etching on it, and so I spray painted it white. Hey, Angel, I spray painted it white, but I want to, hey, Roxy, I'm going to take a little bit of watercolor and test that out on it. Like I said, it's not bare wood. I did spray paint this white, and we're just going to play with that a little bit. But then I also wanted to show you, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see this. It was zoomed in, but then it just decided not to be. Um, this is our pumpkin basket. Some of you have, where in the heck is my index? Some of you have gotten this, and it's only been in the shop for a couple weeks, not very long, and I haven't shown you guys it yet. Actually, it might have just been last week. So let me, now I know why y'all think, Beth, you wrap that so tight. Keeps it safe though, right? All right, so we're going to cut an X back here so it's easy to take off, but I'm going to show you how we put this together. I don't think we're going to craft it today. Um, we had dinner, we had baseball practice, we have all the things tonight. So that's why I'm not normally live, but I was like, I'm going to just go ahead and hop on and chat with you guys and show you these couple things. Hey, Deb, how are you? So I want to show you how this goes together. I am not going to glue it together, okay? Because I'm going to take it back apart and paint it. But I just want to show you guys how it goes together because I know some of you guys have gotten this and they're probably arriving on your doorsteps right now. And you're going to look at it and be like, what in the heck is this? I don't even know how to put this together. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to do a little bit of watercoloring on our iPhone stand. We're going to watercolor that and see if how that goes anyway. So you're going to get, when you get this, this is the large one. Okay. It is probably 10 inches. The smaller one is like 6 inches. Okay. So when you look at the site, I'm going to put right here, you can do sold space 1386 for the phone stand and sold space 1427 for the baskets. So on the phone stand, you can get one for $8, or you can get the bundle of five for $25, which makes them $25. Um, Hello, Jana. And then these, just so you know, there are two different sizes. So you can get the large one or the small one. The large one is about 10 inches and the small one is 6 inches, give or take. So you're with both of them, you're going to get a couple leaves here. These leaves are really cool. And we're going to have fun putting this piece together because I think we're going to do a lot of shading and blending on this one. I'm really excited for that. And we're going to do that inside our VIP group. But do you see the etchings on there? Okay. So lots of places to put some shading, highlighting, and all of that. You also get a happy fall cutout. And then you get these. These are two, I should have washed off I still got paint on my thing from last night. You're going to get two of these. Okay. They're little swirlies with your leaf at the end. And you're going to get one of these. Okay. One of these. So you're going to get two sides. I'm going to show you exactly how this goes together. And then you're going to get your front pumpkin piece. Do you guys see that it is etched to look like a pumpkin? Oh my goodness. Look at that. We're going to paint that to look like a pumpkin. And then it's a basket, so we can put more pumpkins inside of it. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Because I know we all just love the pumpkins. So this one's going to be so much fun to do. You have your bottom, you have your sides, or this is your front and back. Okay. So this is how it's going to go together. We are going to put, this is your bottom piece. Okay. Remember, you, I would glue this together. I'm not gluing it right now because I want to paint it next week. Okay. Or this weekend, whenever I get around to painting it. But you would glue it. So we are going to pop these in here. They're going to be snug. Well, promise. All right. See how that just pops right in there? It might take a minute, but it's going to fit. And then we're going to take one of our sides and that's how we're going to put it together. Okay. It needs to be snug because it's a basket. Granted, it's not a basket you're taking to the store to put your groceries in, but it's going to be snug. So just make sure that, and I'm going to glue it when I'm done. So this one, you have a notch down here. Okay. And you have notches on the side. And I have not figured out the best way to do this as far as like, is it best to put on, because you just got to maneuver it some. Okay. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to notch actually, it's probably best to notch these in here and then put it on. I had this all put together in the garage at one point. There we go. Well, there we go. We're going to take, you might have to like kind of put them all together at once on the same side. Oh, I guess I should probably not. This is not as difficult as I'm making it look right now. Okay. It just wants to be pain today. Welcome to my life, you guys. Welcome to my life. Let me make sure they are right. They are, though. Why are they not going in? Let's put it down on the table. There. I just wasn't allowing myself to push on it hard enough. Okay. So maybe, let's see. I bet it's probably best to do it like this. And then put this around the base. That's probably what we need to do. That's probably what we need to do. Let's do it this way. Make it easy again. Line those up and pop them in, and then line these up and pop them in. Just make sure you have it on a sturdy base. Go in there. There we go. This was the side earlier that was giving me finicky annoyingness, wasn't it? All right, so we're going to fix this. If you can't get it in, we're going to take our full sander and we're just going to sand down that side a little bit. It is not a lot. You shouldn't have to do this though. But here's the thing. All this wood has different depths. And outside of measuring every single piece that lays in the laser, but it was all cut out of the same wood, so I don't know why one side would work and not the other. So we're just gonna look. There we go. Now it's going. See? There we go. So you have this basket so far. Is that not the cutest basket? Check it out. And honestly, you don't have to put a bottom on it. We are going to make this a true basket. Yeah, you can't do the bottom first. Isn't this funny? We're going to learn this together. Jeez. I always say, do as I say, not as I do. It's so funny. All right, we're going to pop this in here. Put that in there. This is probably the best way to do it. Oh, that one went in super easy. There we go. There we go. Then that side will pop in really easy. Okay, so put three sides together. Okay. OMG. I just looked at this and thought this would be the cutest little bench. Oh my goodness. That could be really fun to turn into a bench, right? Oh, you're glad I came live. You can actually catch me. I love it. You work during the okay, when I come on live during the day, yes. I'm gonna try to pop on more and more. Um, Life just makes it hard sometimes, you know? I totally get it. And now this one is gonna pop on so easy. Look at there. All right. So the rules are, let's go through this again. The rules are to put one of the back pieces on, front or back, they're both the same. Put one of those on and both of the sides, then your base, and then the opposite front. Okay. So you have a basket. And see, I don't even really need to glue it together, but we're going to. And this beautiful piece right here is what gets glued on the front. We're going to line it up just like that. And then, oh, you should have two of these. I should have two of those. But they're going to go. So they're going to go here. But I'm going to be really honest. I like it down here because it covers up where we put it together. I would put it right there. That's where I would put it. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? So there should be two of these here and here. I just don't have one on me. And then you have these. So you have an etching here that's a leaf here, 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 and here. And so this is going to be your overlay there. That's going to be your overlay there and here and here. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? Oh my goodness. Look at the front of that basket. It also kind of looks like a baby bed too. I totally can see that. That is what your basket's supposed to look like. So you get the idea. I'm gonna paint this next week at some point. And but several of you guys have ordered them, and I know that you either have them or they're showing up on your doorstep tomorrow or today. And so I want to make sure you guys know how to put them together and learn from everything that I did wrong. Just remember the back, the two sides, then the bottom, then the front. Okay. So there you go. That's why I didn't glue it together either, because, all right, we're going to set that right there. And, oh, I probably shouldn't include this together. It's going to be really hard to do watercolor on this now. So we've been playing with watercoloring inside the VIP group, inside the Dream Makers group, and we've been playing with all kinds of like painting things, just with watercoloring. Well, actually, we just implemented watercoloring, but we've done colored pencils, acrylic pens, acrylic paints, and so I've been wanting to just dabble around in watercolor a little bit more. Like, we'll just do it in there. So I grabbed this from Dollar Tree. No, 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 it's not. It's from Dollar General. This is from Dollar General. I'm glad you caught me live too, Nona. It also kind of looks, yes, maybe extras for the top and bottom. Do you know what would be cool is if those were interchangeable? However, the wood that the pumpkin sits on, the front and back, it has the shape of the leaves. I'd have to redesign it a little bit, but that would be really fun to make one that is interchangeable. That would be fun. Anyway, I got this from Dollar General and thought we'd play around with it. Um, I'm gonna try to watercolor this. Um, this is the iPhone stand. Do you see this is the etching that's on it? I just spray painted it white and it was all, you can still see all that. However, I will tell you that if you're gonna do the watercoloring, it can spread more because it's thinner. And so if you do a spray paint it, just make sure all of your little edges, um, like some of the etchings may get more paint in them but than others. But overall, this one looks really good. You can see there's a few spots that I made sure were clearer, but there you go. That's probably a better picture right there. So just take a little tool, and Deb made me this one. I love it. It's pink and it's teal and it's aqua and it's the cutest thing ever. I love this. Miss Nona, or not Nona, Deb in the group. Nona, you probably got one too. Yes, you probably got one too. Cute Penny, it is adorable. You leave for your cruise tomorrow. I'm so jealous. Have so much fun, Cheryl. Have so much fun. Have fun at the birthday dinner tonight, and I hope you have an amazing. I can't wait to hear about it. You gotta post pictures inside the Dream Makers group, okay? All right. So what I think I'm gonna do. This is gonna take very little water. I'm gonna zoom in quite a bit more on this for you guys. Did it zoom in? There we go. And then can probably zoom here too. There we go. Perfect. Look, now you can see that. Deb Marissa wants one. She said she'd buy one for you. You can add that to your list of things for your business, Deb. Making those little things. Brian's good. I still haven't shared a picture with you guys, but he's a black guy. And he's tired. He was up for over 24 hours, had that happen because he needed to be at work and, had that removed from his eye. And so he was up like 24 hours and he got home when I was taking Parker to school this morning at 7:30 and he only slept like 5 hours and then woke up 4 hours and then woke up. That's what he does though. All right. So I'm going to take a very, very tiny brush and honestly, I'm even thinking we might use even smaller ones. Okay, I don't know that you can tell the difference there. Can you see the difference in those two? Like this one, you can barely see the let's get this one. This you could barely see this one you can barely see well, whatever. You can see the difference. Okay, we might use this one quite a bit. Because even though this looks like a small one, it still can hold a lot of water. I'm gonna do sunflowers yellow, or I'm sorry, I'm gonna do some purple. So we're gonna squirt this with our water, get it wet, and I also am gonna grab a bigger brush and just put some water here in one of these wells because that's where we're gonna dip into. And we don't need very much because this is a really small like space. We don't need very much. Let's do this one. Oh, look, so sorry. I squirted it and then put a little bit of water. I took a bigger, thicker paintbrush right here and put some water on it and put it in here. And then I picked some purple up. Okay. And I think I want to pick a little bit more up. There we go. But again, it's not going to take very much at all. But now you know how I'm mixing them. So I'm really praying this could be a really funny thing that we could turn into a reel or TikTok because this could completely go wrong. We never know. I've never done watercoloring on top of this spray paint and it is a slick surface. So I am hoping and I am thinking that our etched lines are going to keep from spillover. Okay. If you do have spillover, it's because your paintbrush probably crossed lines. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, and that's how I'm going to go forward. Hello, Faith. How are you? Hello, Maureen. All right. There we go. We have a little bit of the purple here, and I'm going to just add water to it now because I want it to have that watercolor look. So now I'm going to take this and see how it's really concentrated. I'm going to stop there and I'm going to get clean water on my brush. Whoa, that's a lot. If it's dripping, it's a lot. See, now we're gonna clean water and pull some of that color down. And that one has a lot. But watercolors are like that sometimes. Some of the petals are a little darker. And if we wanted to do more, we could put more dark on that one, but we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna see what we can do here. Oh, that's a lot too. So I know, oh, the thing is I can't set this up to dry. Ooh, I'm gonna have to hold it like this. Let's put a little bit more water in there because it's pretty. See, now I watered it down too much. That's all right. Let's pull some from here. Y'all, I am not a watercolor artist, okay? I'm learning. I'm just sharing with you while I'm learning. How about that? So I'm kind of dragging this color between all of these. It's probably not how actual watercolor artists do it, but until I learn my techniques, that's how it's going to work for us. All right, let's take a little bit of that color and just put it all along the edge here, just so it brings in a little bit of more color on those. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. There we go. There we go. What do we think? I think it's good. I think we're gonna go with it. That's what I know. You like this holder? Oh, this holder. Yeah, it's so cute. I love it. I'm gonna use it. All right. Now let's do maybe a orangey yellow flower here. So how about this color right here? I'm gonna put some water over here in a little valley. And then I'm gonna put some of this in the water. See what that looks like. Oh, I think it's gonna be so cute. I might want it a little bit more vibrant than that though. Let's see what that looks like. So there is an outline on all of these, and I could go through all of that if I had a really, really, really fine paint pen. I could trace them all, but we're just going to leave that outline. We're not going to. I'll show you what I'm talking about close up. All right. I think that's so gorgeous. This looks a little messy right here. There we go. Spread that out some. It just looked like there were some harsh lines there. There we go. Oh, that's better. Dixie, you do have to get you some of these. Yeah. All right, let's do a pink one. Let's do, I'm gonna pick this color. It looks red, but we're gonna, I need a drink down here. My mouth is dry. I think it's, if we do it a really light color or diluted color, it's gonna be pink. Oh, that's gonna be gorgeous. Look at that. It's gorgeous. All right. You guys, I'm telling you, these would make. My mom was here today. She was packing subscription boxes. So if you're a VIP or if you're in Dream Makers, you probably have tracking in your email for your box. Anyway, she saw these standing there. She's like, those are really cute. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to do watercolor on it. And we were talking. I mean, these would just make great gifts. So think about that for Christmas. I mean, these are practical. because everybody has a phone that needs to be charged, right? I mean, that's the world we live in. So this would make really good birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, and they're only, well, if you get the bundle of 5, they're $5 each. Otherwise, they're 8. But you can't get very many. I'm not even on camera. Y'all, I'm not even on camera. Yes, craft fairs, these would be so great for craft fairs. Now, let's do this. Sorry, guys. So this one, I started my dark color in towards the base, the center. You can probably see that. Although that one has a lot of color in it. That's okay. We'll go back and pick it up some. Let's put some more in that one. I'm going to take a dry brush, dab some of that up. There we go. What a great trick. All right, that's so cute. You like it? You like sitting your phone on the holder just to watch the videos? That's what my husband does. That's so cute. All right, so now, hmm, we're gonna take a really fine brush and see what green do I want. I think I want this muted one or darker one, not muted one. So for this one, I'll probably put more pigment in it. So it's going to be less watered down than the petals are, just because we need more of a solid line for the leaves. All right, I hope this is small enough. I hope I don't run this. Let me dry what's there real quick. The other thing, you do have to be careful because your heat gun will blow water around. There's a spot right there that it keeps moving in. All right, I'm pretty sure that is dry. Can you see it? All right, so I think I'm gonna go. Man, it looks like there's a lot on this brush. We do have to probably be a little steady-handed on this. We're gonna see how this turns out. That's so cute. I think I like it. Just give me a minute. So these lines are really faint here. And you guys, I am not perfectly getting on the etched line. Okay, so don't feel like, I mean, this is not perfect. And I say that because I don't want you to say, oh gosh, there's no way I could ever do that. Well, absolutely, there's no way you could ever do it if you're not going to try it. You know, there's beauty in imperfection. And that I think is one of the things I like about painting because I do recognize that. And then we're going to fill in. This will take longer than I had thought it would. I was just going to come down here and go whip this up in a 5-minute live with you guys. See how we think sometimes? It's gonna be so pretty though, but I won't be able to finish it because I have to take Parker to baseball practice. I just wanted to hop on and share how to put the basket together and then just give you an idea of what you could do on these. Isn't that so gorgeous? And if there's little imperfections, you can always just take a really high grit sandpaper when you're done and then just make a swoop across the whole thing. And then it takes away all those imperfections. Okay, let's get a little bit more of the darker color in this one. So, who has these? Dixie, do you have these? One of you on here, I know, bought a pack of 5 and then 2 packs of 5. So I want to know what you're making them for. Like craft fairs. Marissa, you do craft fair stuff. Or are you making them? I mean, you guys think about Christmas right now because I don't know about you, but I need to probably start doing Christmas now just because I need that much time to pay for it because everything in the world's expensive. So these would be great if you have nieces or anything, teenage nieces. These would be so cute for. I was trying to figure out what we could do on the boy, like a boy themed one, but we could just do some like houndstooth design or something. I don't know. But this is the only one listed in the shop right now. And if you want it blank, you can just put that in your notes and I can take it off. But I don't have a boy one designed yet. I honestly just was like, that is really pretty. And I would use it. So I had to get myself one. How's it looking? What do you think? Boys, maybe sports, yeah. Oh, this would be great to make with your employers, Mary. Yes, it would. And if you wanted, Mary, we could put on this underside, we could like engrave their name. That's such a great idea. Yes, with their names. Yes. All right. Let's go down to this one. What time is it? Because I do have to watch time. We're good though. Baseball with Parker. Just baseball practice, not a game. I'm not super loving the leaves, but I think they might be okay. I think they're gonna be really good after I'm gonna hit it with sandpaper, like I mentioned to you. So watercoloring is different. Duh. Sure, Beth, it is different. I think there's just so many things that I we can try in the creative realm that teaches us so much about ourselves, you know? I mean, if you're a quilter, you're going to learn different things about yourself along the way of quilting. Um, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much. I would be one of those girls that would go to a school forever. I just absolutely love learning. It's just in my bones. And I think that's why I love crafting so much and trying different things mostly because, man, I've definitely learned that I don't like using colored pencils. I will say that. This would be a lot easier to do as well. It probably wouldn't take this long if I didn't have it glued together, but I wanted to spray it all glued together, and so I just or at least put together, and so I just went ahead and did it. So you could do this before you put it together. There is yes. Couldn't tell if I traced to that side. We're almost done actually. What color should we use at the top flower? There's a little bud at the very top. What color should we use on that? Orange. Orange might be pretty. Even a blue. Ooh, like a cornflower. Let's do ooh. There's so many pretty colors there. Let's do this actually has you guys, this one came from Dollar General. And it has, and they're painting well. I mean, they're not gonna be your best watercolor paints probably, but oh, that's dirty. Let's put it here on this one. But these are working very well. I'm thinking, ooh, yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of this color. Oh yeah, that's so cute. We're gonna do it. I mean, I love aquas and teals. This is kind of a really pretty blue. I don't even know what color I would call this. Ah, it's splattered right there. Oh well, it'll come off when I sand it. That's gorgeous. However, I do think we need to. There's a heart. Let's put this red heart in them. And I'm just actually going to pull up some red on here. Now, you just have to make sure that the color around that you're using right now is dry. Because if it was wet, if that purple was wet and I touched it with my red, it would bleed. Okay, so that's called wet on wet. You're painting, you want it to bleed. Um, but you don't want that with this. So just be very careful and make sure that edge is dry. Let's do let's even do this on these little like what are those called? I always want to call them like stamens, but I don't think that that's it. All right, we just painted a little bit of red up there. That's so gorgeous. I think I'm in love. Orange. I sprayed it white, Mary. Yeah, it when you spray, it just gives such a smooth coverage. Yeah. Does it look like me? Like this? I love it. I love it. All right. I want it to dry, and I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. Not a lot. Make sure that glue is completely dry. That's super cute. So I'm gonna use, I probably should have a higher grit one that's even smoother. And maybe I want to do that. Maybe I just don't want to do this right now. I need to wait until I have a smoother. Like this is a 120, but I want like a 180, 180 or 200. So I'm gonna get some of that off of Amazon, and when it gets here, we'll sand it. Yeah, a little bit of green somewhere else, but that's okay. This is super cute. So now, where's my phone? That's not about my phone down here. Anyway, so I can't show you what it looks like with my phone. Anyway, it's super cute. My phone fits in it perfectly. And I will spray seal this when it's all done so that this doesn't get messed up. Because I have a pop socket on the back of my phone. If you know what those are, I use it to hold my phone. And I love it. And it still fits on here with that pop socket on it. Just so if you guys have those, it'll fit. And then if you popped on when I was painting that, make sure you can go back to the beginning and see how we put together this basket, this pumpkin basket. And I'm going to paint it next week, but I showed you how to put it together. And you are going to learn what not to do. So, because that's how I teach everything. Do as I say, not as I do, apparently. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I just thought I'd hop on and show you a couple things. Um, um, with me. I absolutely love this little phone holder. All right, I'm just going to wipe these up with a baby wipe. And looky there, it's good to go. These are still a little wet, but that's fine. They're going to dry. Shut it, and we're good to go. All right, ladies, have a happy Thursday. I will be here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Okay, don't forget that. And it is for our new item of the week. Okay, super excited for it, and I'm going to craft it at 10 a.m. So make sure you're here so you see what the item of the weekend is. And if you're at work and you need to catch the replay, make sure you do because you only can get it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then it's gone. Well, you can only get it those days at 50% off. So, all right, I'll see you then. Bye.